Peter Quill and the rest of the Guardians of the Galaxy surprised us all back in 2014 when they turned out to be one of the most loved on-screen ensembles in the MCU, and they continue to enchant us with their wacky misadventures to this day. But Adidas has just partnered with Marvel to release a Guardians-themed original sneaker collection, and it is insane. Stick around because we're going to be giving you an insider peek at the new kicks. So why drop a collection of shoes based on the Guardians and not the Avengers? When it was announced way back in December of 2021 that Adidas was going to be collaborating with Marvel to release a new line of shoes dedicated to a superhero team in the Marvel Universe, it was not ridiculous to assume that the team in question would be the Avengers. But clearly the team over at Adidas had other plans and decided to make a shoe line dedicated to the ragtag team from outer space instead. But why is this? Well, for those of you who don't know, the shoe line is actually a partnership with the fantastic and award-winning video game title Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, and not the MCU films of the same name. While the game has all of these same characteristics rounding out the team as the MCU, the characters are more similar in comparison to their comic book counterparts, rather than their big screen ones. The game recently raked in a great deal of awards from the DICE Awards this year, and is attempting to capitalize on their popularity. Not a bad idea at all, and to be quite honest, not only are the Guardians currently more popular than the Avengers, they are actually way more stylish as well, making them a great template for an exclusive lineup of sneakers. The lineup consists of 6 pairs of shoes, and they all look clean. I'm not exactly sure who's in the market for a superhero-inspired set of kicks, but if you are, this is the line for you. As I just mentioned, there are 6 pairs to choose from. 2 pairs are inspired by Star-Lord himself, and a pair each dedicated to the other members of the team: Rocket, Groot, Drax, and Gamora. The 2 dedicated to the widely overconfident team leader, Peter Quill, aka Star-Lord, are called the Star-Lord Forum 84 HI Off-White colorway, which is a blue and white high top with the Ravagers logo prominently displayed on the tongue of the shoe, and also featuring graffiti on the heel. What makes this one super unique is that it is actually a piece of wearable clothing for the Star-Lord character in the video game itself, meaning that you could bring Star-Lord's actual style to your own everyday wear. The second offering is a more traditional sneaker that resembles Star-Lord's everyday apparel. The sneaker is red and black and once again has the Ravagers logo displayed prominently on the tongue of the shoe. This pair is called the Star-Lord Forum Mid-Mystery colorway, and it is as amazing as it is classic. Next up is Rocket Raccoon's pair of sneakers, and they will help you do just about anything a raccoon would do, except probably eat garbage. But in all honesty, the shoe is built to be lightweight and good for activities that would require solid traction and unparalleled agility, which makes the shoe not only look like Rocket, but shares similar qualities to the legendary Outlaw. The shoe has 3 stripes in the classic Rocket color scheme, red, yellow, and orange, with the body of the shoe being black. It's a nice looking shoe, and I'm sure he would steal it if they were on a nice pair of prosthetic legs. Next up, we have Groot's shoe, and to be honest, I think this is the best looking one on offer. It is simple and classic, yet makes the wearer feel like they can do anything. The brown and gray color palette makes the wearer seem unsuspecting and innocent when they're really a threat at any given time. The shoe is a classic running shoe, with lightweight breathable mesh making up a decent portion of the shoe. The back strap also allows for the wearer to have a firm grip on their foot, allowing them to be practically unstoppable while wearing them. The yellow accents and the subtle "I am Groot" wording on the shoe really complete this piece of footwear, as the ultimate tribute to the lovable tree himself. Next up is Gamora's offering, which is very true to her comic book look. The shoes have a metallic-looking gray accent, making the shoe look like it's wearing armor. The shoe is also accented with red along the sides and green on the inside and on the toe of the shoe, instantly making people think of the legendary daughter of the Mad Titan Thanos. Gamora's sneakers are also runners, and they're meant for speed and maximum performance, because anybody who relates to Gamora would have to be all about results, right? Lastly, we have Drax's pair of shoes, which are really great looking, but only if the wearer is moving, because if the wearer is standing perfectly still, they become invisible to the eye. But in all seriousness, these shoes scream Drax. And no, I don't mean that the shoe literally screams his name. I mean that they're a perfect representation of the Destroyer, as they perfectly match his colors. The body of the shoe is black and red, and blue swirls representing the tattoos covering Drax's body are also present. Drax's shoes have a more casual design, and are definitely made for just kicking back and relaxing, and not running all of the galaxy like some of the other pairs in this collection. But when your name literally literally has Destroyer in it, you probably don't have to be running very often anyway. Other than these shoes, what's next for the Guardians? The Guardians have actually been on quite the popularity swing over the past few months, as their video game was a smash hit, which was very refreshing considering that the Avengers video game was less than well received. Not only that, but the shoe collection with Adidas is furthering their popularity surge, making them the most beloved superhero ensemble at the moment, and unfortunately for the Avengers, this trend may continue as we will be seeing the full Guardians gang back on screen sooner than you think. While we will be seeing Doctor Strange and Wanda Maximoff, along with undoubtedly other characters from the Avengers in Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, we will be getting a look at the newly founded Guardians of the Galaxy in the 4th installment in the Thor franchise, Thor: Love and Thunder. According to director Taika Waititi, the film will take place immediately following Avengers Endgame, which saw Thor leave his post as King of New Asgard and take up refuge with the Guardians of the Galaxy. And if this team was to be anything like it was at the end of Avengers Endgame, then I think we're all in for quite the show. The chemistry between Chris Pratt and Chris Hemsworth is undeniable, and the pair are nothing but laughs when they're on screen together. Plus, we get to see Peter Quill begin what might be his toughest mission yet, getting this new Gamora to fall in love with him for the first time. Again, it's hard to explain, but you guys know what I'm talking about. Obviously, they're not the focus of the film and probably will not be in the film for too long, as they will most likely have other matters to attend to while the God of Thunder deals with the rekindling of his relationship with Jane Foster, and with his new enemy, Gore the God Killer, played by Christian Bale. But when will we get to see the Guardians in their own film next? Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. For those of you like me who are die-hard Guardians fans, sit down, because I have some tough news for you. We will not be getting the 3rd installment of the Guardians of the Galaxy until this December. That's right, a full 9 months as of this recording. While this is certainly a tough pill to swallow, it will almost certainly be worth the wait, as I have a feeling this will be the best installment yet. For starters, it is almost guaranteed that the main antagonist of the film will be Adam Warlock, the perfect weapon created by the Sovereign to bring destruction to the Guardians. While it is almost certain that he will end up being a friend before the credits roll, it is still awesome that the MCU is finally bringing him into the fold. Additionally, there are rumors that Nova, the last surviving member of the Nova Corps, will be making his debut in this film as well, and that also only makes me more giddy for this film to come out. One thing that does worry me, however, is the fact that, according to James Gunn, the director of the Guardians films, this will be the last film with all of the original members of the team, which means that it is all but guaranteed that someone will end up dying in this film. Will it be Rocket sacrificing himself for Groot, or Drax finally being bested in battle, or perhaps Nebula meets her doom in order to prove her love for her sister? Obviously, we won't know until December, but it's still fun to speculate until then. That's all we have for you guys today on the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you all in the next video.